Of course your food is a biohazard, G said while the security scanner approved our delivery. The label's just a precaution, I said. Pretty sure this is mostly pepper. Right, yes. The food flavoring that gives your meals the flavor of fire. G tilted his head, bug eyes looking at everything at once while managing to roll sarcastically. Not a hazard at all. I don't mean the really spicy kind, I said as the box slid out of the scanning machine. Just the regular spices to sprinkle over eggs and whatnot. G picked up the box in his pincher arms. Right, because eating fire-flavored unhatched creatures is a perfectly normal thing to do. I laughed and followed him out into the spaceport. It is where I'm from! Absolute maniacs, all of you! G declared with a flick of his antennae. Now where's that food stall? The briefing said it would be tiny. Tiny and close, I agreed, looking around. Once past the security checkpoint, this place was a riot of booths and pedestrians with an artsy wave pattern on the ceiling that seemed to dampen the sound. It wasn't as loud as most spaceports I'd been in. I see a directory, G said. Let's just check that. Wait, there it is. I pointed to a little kiosk between full-sized restaurants. It only held enough room for tubs of ingredients, a gigantic hot plate, and the guy currently scraping food around on it with flair. The sign said, Earth Fry. Of course, G said, moving toward it. I should have just looked for the fire. As we maneuvered through the crowd of strong arms, mesmers, and miscellaneous others, the guy tossed the food with his spatula, caught it deftly in a takeout box, and handed it to the customer waiting at the side. Another human. No surprise there. By the time we arrived, he was ready to greet us. Hello. Can I interest you in some Earth Fry? G held up the sealed package. We have Earth ingredients for you. Apparently they are hazardous. Oh, yes, thank you. That'll be the hot sauce and other stuff. He took the box and found a flat surface to put it on, then accepted the payment tablet I held out for him. Thanks for being so fast. Somebody got a bit clumsy during the lunch rush and knocked over a few things. Paid for 'em, but I can't get all of these local. He signed for the delivery while I tried to place his accent. Australian. Luckily, we were just coming from a trade hub, I said. This stuff is straight from Earth. Excellent. It's been a while since I was home, and you can't beat the real thing for spices. He handed the tablet back. Very true, I agreed. Where are you from? Melbourne, he said while I congratulated myself on guessing right. Still getting used to how little any of that matters out here. To the average off-worlder, Earth is one place with one type of person. And we're all lunatics who eat poison, right? I agreed with a sly glance at G. He spread his pinchers. Tell me I'm wrong. Hey now, the garlic is only poisonous to some creatures from Earth, the guy said, pointing to an airtight tub. And the onions. If you want the real toxins, the alcohol stores are that way. G looked at the ceiling. It's like you all have a death wish, or take pleasure in hurting yourselves. Some of the pain tastes good, I said with a wave toward the hot sauces. At the same time, the guy said, There's a reason they call us space orcs. I laughed. Do they still? I wouldn't think enough people even know what an orc is. To my surprise, Z recited, mythological creature from your planet, famed for strength, durability, and lack of foresight. Rumors do go around. I suppose that's one way to put it, I said. Nobody thinks that's funnier than my family, said the Australian. I get no end of jokes about it, especially from my mom's side. She's from the US and thinks we all say space funny. Does she? I asked. Interesting word to focus on, right? She insists that it sounds like spice, and I just don't see what she's on about. But, he held up a finger and fiddled with his collar. That did lead to my favorite shirt. With a dramatic sweep of his overshirt, he bared a bright red t-shirt that said Spice Orc. I burst out laughing. That's fantastic! Mom was pretty proud of herself for this one, he said. Gave it to me for my last birthday. G declared, appropriate. Entirely in character for your species. And we even brought you spice, I laughed. That you did, he said, resettling his clothes. Care to try some? The shredded beef dish is particularly tasty. I looked at G, then turned back without waiting for a response. We've got a couple minutes. I'd love some. With extra garlic, please. Coming right up! He spun his tongs like a gunfighter and began tossing ingredients onto the hot plate where they sizzled madly. G just grumbled and looked put upon, but didn't object. I planned to make a big deal of enjoying the tasty fire and poison meal on our walk back to the ship.